Hey everybody, welcome back to Peachy Disc Golf. Today I am here at W.S. Gibbs Memorial Park near Indianapolis, Indiana. I've been up in Indiana for the past week traveling for work, and before flying back home tomorrow, I thought I would get a nice little casual round in here using my normal bag. No special discs or anything. I did one of these videos a couple of months ago in Texas, and I made a couple of changes since then, so just wanted to see how the bag is feeling now. Before we get ready to start the season, I have my first tournament towards the end of next month. So we're gonna head to hole 1, play 18 holes, and as you can tell, we're gonna get done just before sunset. So let's go ahead to hole 1. Hole 1, 302, straight ahead. Got a right to left crosswind. Try this H3. It's perfect. Nice. All right, hole 2, 453 feet, par 4. Going with the wave, just blasting it as far as I can. That looks perfect. Nice. Hole 3, 342 feet, par 4. Basket straight ahead. We are throwing into a headwind now. I'm gonna go with this Royal Strive. I didn't think I liked it that much initially when I did the video, but then I was looking back and I was like, I had some really good throws, like that whole throw on hole 18 at Chattahoochee. That was one of my farthest throws, so it's not gonna flip over for me, but I should get a little turn out of it in this headwind. That looks good. A little farther to the left, but I don't think we're in the rough over there. Yep, really good distance. Another little approach with the A5 here. Okay. Hole 4, one of the signature holes here. There are 2 tees on top of this humongous sledding hill. So hole 4 is one of them. 290 feet, par 3. I could probably make it with the mid-range because it's so downhill, but I'm going to go with a fairway here. Something that just recently returned to the bag is the Vela. That looks good. Fade, fade. Oh, it didn't fade enough. That was the right distance though. Let's see if I would have gotten there with the mid. Try the matrix out. That same spot. I would have had it distance-wise again. I just threw it out too wide again. Since cameras do such a bad job of showing height, here's the staircase that I just climbed down so you can see just how many stairs I had to walk down. That'll give you a little bit of an idea of how tall this hole is. It is a lot of fun throwing from way up there. Long putt for birdie. No, I didn't commit to either of those. Hole 5, 450 feet, par 4. You can't see the basket, but I know from playing here before that we want to go straight down, and the basket's actually going to be just sort of on the end of that sledding hill we threw down from hole 4. So I'm going to use my Fission Photon here. That slipped out of my hands. That was a weak throw. We're on the side of the hill, but the sun is right in my eyes. There is a pole, but I can't see it from this angle. I'm gonna be going with my lasso. That's way too wide to the right. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be that good. All right, well, I definitely thought this was way worse. Got a birdie look. Hole 6 is also up on top of the sledding hill. I said there were 2 holes here, so here's the basket ahead. We're looking at 279 feet. You can see the tee pad right over here. So from the tee, you don't really get to see the basket too much. So let's see from here. Yeah, you could just barely make it out right ahead. So just wanted to do that before I put the camera up so you can sort of see where everything is. Go with my Undertaker here. Oh, I put way too much anhyzer on that. It's fading a little though. Pin high, but way to the right. That was a terrible throw. Just got to get into the base of that hill. Yeah, nice. Easy tapping. Hole 7, 393 feet, par 4. You can see the basket straight ahead. You've got a lot of these reeds to avoid though. I don't think it's OB or anything, but I'm sure in the summer it grows out and is a lot harder to play than here in the winter. I'm gonna actually go with my strive then and try to throw it sort of in line and hope that it turns, and that wind should keep it going to the right a little bit, but then the fact that it's a 13 speed should cause it to fade out at the end. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Threw it a bit nose up, which killed some of the distance, but pretty solid. Definitely wish I would have gotten a little more distance out of this, but ooh, really strong headwind. So gonna be going with my A3 most overstable approach disc here. Oh, perfect. Oh, well, in this headwind, I definitely could miss this. It's pretty stiff. Hole 8, 281 feet, par 3. Basket is just past this set of trees here. Gonna go straight at the trees with my H3 here. Oh, that is perfect. That was the gap I was aiming for and everything. Okay, it was a little short, but this is definitely a makeable putt. Oh my, I thought that was gonna fade way left. That was so lucky. Ooh, a big, strong blast of wind right after. Hole 9, 255 feet, par 3 straight ahead. No complications here. Just going with the servo, throwing it down to the right a little bit, letting it fade left. A little short. That was circle's edge, but that's pretty pitiful. I have not gotten a chance to like play multiple rounds in a row, and like my arm is already sore. My oblique right here is sore. Just haven't gotten a chance to play multiple, and everything's gotten a little weaker. Everything feels so mechanical. No flow. Sun is going down real fast. Oh, par. For some reason, I didn't record my drive for hole 10. It's 343 feet, par 4. There's a tree to the right here. There's a Mando to the left of it. I threw my photon, faded a little bit too hard. I'm in the brush here. Luckily, it's winter. Everything's dead. Basket straight ahead. You can see how little time I have, so I can't really go and re-record. Too high. That's gonna be way left. That might be in the water. Pretty fortunate, the disc stayed dry. Slipping a little as well in the mud. Oh my God, I should have straddled. Did you see that slip? That felt so bad. Pretty bad. Hole 11 is one of the few wooded holes here, 230 feet, par 3. You see the basket straight ahead here. Slight turnover line on the left side. I'm gonna be trying that with the detour. Almost the line, just a little off to the left. A little short, but I should make that. That's like a 7-footer, I think. No, that was better than I thought. This is perfect. Hole 12, another wooded hole, 238 feet, par 3. You can see the basket is straight ahead, hopefully. It's kind of dark now. It's getting dark real quick. It looks like another perfect shot for the detour, so just want to go nice and straight and flat, maybe get a little drift out of it to the right. That looks perfect. I think we're gonna have a putt there. Might have a tree blocking us. This tree is right in the line of where I would want to putt. Ooh, a little long. That was the line. All right, I'm pretty sure this is the last wooded hole here on the course. You could see beautiful sunset sky, cotton candy colors. We're looking at 179 feet, par 3. Basket is gonna be behind this sort of like crooked tree, just right behind it. Got to make it through this initial gap here. I'm gonna go with my PA5 here, nice and flat, get a little turn out of it, and hopefully if I throw it slow enough, with the should still have some fade at the end as well. Nope, no fade. Well, a little fade. Oh, I'm tangled up in this huge tree on the right. Yeah, I probably should have put a little hyzer on that throw, but we still technically have a little bit of a look here. Short again. I have been coming up short on a lot of my putts. I've been loving the PA3s, but I think I might switch to something with a little more glide. I don't know though, I really like the way these feel, but I've just been coming up short so much lately, it's really frustrating. Okay, so I guess there are a couple more wooded holes here. I thought we were going into the open, but hole 14, 210 feet, par 3. Basket is straight ahead. Just gotta make it through this initial alley of little trees. We go with sort of a PA5 hyzer flip here. Oh God, that's so lucky. We're like a 10 feet away there, but that was really bad. All right, well, we definitely got to capitalize on this incredibly lucky drive. 10 feet away. Let's get back on the birdie train. It's been a while since we've had a birdie. Let's go. Hole 15, 192 feet, par 3. You probably can't see the basket too well because it's getting dark, but the basket is just in between these like two really tall trees. There's a small grove of little trees right in front of it as well. Nice little hyzer line though. Gonna go with the A5. Right into those trees. That was, all right, luckily this hole is so short. We have a 10-foot putt, but unfortunately this tree's blocking me. No, getting a par. Hole 16, 439 feet, par 4. Basket is straight ahead, going with my strive. Can't see that at all. That was a good rip though. And we're in the fairway, perfect. That was a great drive. We got like 100 feet or so to the basket. I'm gonna be going with my A3. There's a tiny little tree. You probably can't see it too well on the camera. Going to the right of that and letting it fade in. All right, we're right over the tree and into it. But luckily it's tiny still. 2 holes left. Hole 17, 276 feet, par 3. The basket is straight ahead here. I have my Vela. I think I'm gonna go with my Crave actually. We're gonna take my Crave here, go straight at the basket. This is a new Crave to replace the one that I lost at Lula. Let's see if we can get something close with this. I think I'm a little short and right, but that was a great throw. And honestly, the Crave has exactly what I'm looking for. A nice little hyzer flip disc, nice and straight still. Just a little bit of finish at the end. So I actually threw just a little past the basket. So we're pin high. Little 5-foot putt here for birdie. This is a great drive. Last hole, hole 18, 230 feet, par 3. The basket is straight ahead. I'm gonna be going with my Hex, a little mid-range. Good way to end. Whew, just got it done just in time. All right, so we finished just in time here. The sun, you can see just behind me, is already set, and we just got the last little bit of light left. Just able to finish. We shot pretty well. We went 9 under here. Got a couple of nice birdies here on the last 2 holes in the dark. I was not expecting that. Putting has been feeling really bad lately in the past couple of weeks. I had a really good round in that first episode of Chattahoochee Challenge where my putting was on fire, but I just think it's just because I haven't been able to get out and play regularly. I'm playing like once a week, if that, at this point. And honestly, I don't do any like putting practice at home, which I really should do. I have a basket. It's just been really rainy lately in Georgia, so I just haven't gone out in the yard and practiced. But overall, as far as how I'm feeling about my bag, I'm pretty happy with it. I did make a couple of changes. Like I took out those Castoplast discs that I had in the bag. I took out the Stig and the Cax, and I put the Signal back in, the Vela back in. I switched out some of my distance drivers as well. Like I took out my 2 Prodigy 12 speeds, and I'm just sort of sticking with the Wave and the Photon as my main distance drivers. I'm playing around with the Latitude 64 Strive. I find that it's a pretty good overstable driver for me because it has that little bit of understability, but since it's a 13 speed, it has very reliable overstability as well. And I've really been impressed with the H3 as of late. As a nice like laser beam almost, just a little bit of fade at the end. It's a 10 speed, 10.5, -1.1, and I have really been enjoying that. We'll see. Still got a couple of slots that I want to iron out, but overall, I'm very happy with the bag as it is. I don't think I'm going to make too many changes going into the season, but I'm sure we'll have like maybe 1 or 2 more updates before my first tournament. And I'll let you know if I decided to make any changes. And obviously, as I do disc reviews throughout the year, some of those discs could always sneak in as well. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. If you enjoyed watching this little casual round, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and ring that notification bell so you can be notified when our next episode comes out. Until next time, guys, cheers.